Hello and welcome to this week's weekly wisdom transmission. I am Chelsea Hazlett and I am so grateful you are here. So this week we're getting into something that I think everyone, I will venture a guess, everyone, single person has experienced at some point. And that is when I thought I was manifesting, but I was actually doing something else. So I'm going to tell you a little story. A number of years ago, um, I was doing all the things that I thought were the right aligned actions in order to experience what I desire to experience within my marriage. And so I was doing oodles and oodles of shadow work and of journaling and affirmations and dancing, moving my body and energy, and really, doing what one of my mentors that I adore deeply called cleaning up my side of the street, right? Which was very necessary and absolutely very, very fruitful for my life and who I was in general. And the rub comes that I thought that I was doing all of these things so that I could, again, experience the marriage that of my dreams, experience the marriage that I kept dreaming about, right? And yet, that wasn't what my reality was reflecting, damn it. No matter how many hours I meditated, no matter how much I just took care of my own energy, things were not shifting in my relationship in the way that I thought they should be. I'm doing all this damn work. And so where is the quote unquote reward? I don't know. I'm going to pause. Like, has anybody listening to this ever felt that way? Right? You've done the work and you actually do think it's aligned. You do feel like, hey, this is like direct causation, right? I'm going to do this and this is going to equal that, right? But really, yeah. Here's what I couldn't see was that I was not co-creating. I was not co-creating with my now ex-husband. I was not co-creating with life, source, universe. I was actually managing. And not only was I just managing, I was micromanaging, right? Because here I was being like, well, if I'm going to do this, like, then he's going to see that this is what's making a difference and he's going to start doing this. Oh my God, right? It's like so embarrassing to even say out loud. But truly, I was like energetically babysitting my desires. I was energetically babysitting what I wanted. And I was truly, even though there was a lot of like, trust yourself and trust the universe and all the things, I was obsessing. I was checking. I was doubting. I was honestly hyper vigilant. I was trying to bend a timeline to my will. But truly, as I just revealed, I was not manifesting the future I wanted. And that's hard. If you haven't listened to last week's transmission on grief and letting go of a desire that you thought so deeply was for you, I really encourage you to do that. Because instead of manifesting the future I wanted, I was fueling myself from fear. So, hopefully, the idea is that we go through things, and the reason that we look back on them is for different insight, right? And so we're all these super what I think of like delectable, juicy, unique characters. Like nobody else actually has all the experiences that you've had, right? Which is like why I say that about what you want to continue to experience. No one, the desires in your heart, this is a little bit of a tangent, but the desires in your heart, the way you want to experience a relationship is so unique to you, right? So this is something that I talk to my clients about. It's something that's going to be included in my upcoming course, Made to Manifest. How a lot of what's sold as like quote unquote manifestation work, especially in the mainstream spiritual space, is really actually energetic micromanagement, right? It's really fear in kind of a fancy, sparkly, glittery outfit. Because if the frequency that you're holding is this better work or else, or I'm not safe if XYZ doesn't happen, that's actually not alignment. That is not coherence. That's simply survival. And manifestation doesn't speak English. It doesn't speak French. It doesn't speak Japanese. It speaks energy, right? So when I finally dropped and saw that what I was doing was not manifesting what I wanted, and actually was manifesting something else, my divorce, which, is a conversation for another day. But, when I actually started calibrating to trusting myself instead of proving something to myself, instead of acting from fear or hypervigilance, things did move, right? And so your next shift is not about doing more. It's actually about letting go of anything that is any shred of performative, any shred of should, any shred of if this, then that energy, right? Your next shift is about remembering who the hell you are at your soul level and gaining coherence and acting from a coherent place. So I ask you, where in your life are you managing a manifestation instead of moving with coherence? What would it shift if you trusted you're becoming more than your control? Yeah. What would shift if you trusted you're becoming more than your control? Whew. I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you so much for every comment and reflection and question that I get from these. I read every one, and I am so grateful for you listening and being part of my world. All right, take care.